page in this? Okay, well, now I go.
Good morning, everyone, and I'd like to welcome you to the Yuba County Board of Supervisors. Today's date is January 12th, 2016. And for the benefit of the meeting, you'll turn off your cell phones or any other electronic device so that everyone can be heard. The first item on our agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. Roger, if you'll lead us in that.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, so thank you very much. And the next item on our agenda is roll call. Supervisor Vasquez?
Here.
Supervisor Nicoletti?
Here.
Supervisor Grego? Here. Supervisor Avi? Here. Supervisor Fletcher? Thank you. Thank you. Next we have the Chairman of the Board statement. This is my outgoing statement. We rotate the chair position every year, so first of all, I'd like to thank all of the Yuba County employees for their hard work in this past year, and to my fellow board members. A lot was accomplished during the year that has allowed us to continue to move forward, and I'll go over some of the highlights. Our development code was finally adopted after years of work. We also started the construction beginning on the Sheriff's Facility project, and is due to be completed this coming year. A tractor manufacturer located at our Yuba County Airport brought new jobs and hopes of new manufacturing to come to our location. We have continued to create regional and local partnerships and enhance our economic development efforts. This year, we joined the Greater Sacramento Economic Council. Lots of great discussion. I was able to attend my first board meeting, and I have some great hopes with that particular council. We also held our first Board and Economic Development Committee workshop, developing our economic development strategy plan, and more workshops to follow. We successfully financed phase 2 of our solar project at a savings of over $1 million for the life of the borrowing, and importantly, it becomes cash positive upon construction being completed. We also welcomed a new health officer, Nicole Quick, who has hit the ground running. And with our new campaign starting off at the end of this month with the Big Little campaign, you'll see a lot more of Nicole Quick. We have further stabilized our budget by adding to our reserves. We actually exceeded our policies adopted by this board. While there's plenty more to mention, I just want to wrap up and say thank you to the Yuba County employees for working so hard, and I'm looking forward to a really great new year. Thank you. And so with that, I'm going to hand this over to our clerk, where she will conduct the elections of officers.
All right, so this is the time and place for the nominations for chairman of the board. So I'll open the floor at this time for nominations. Do we have any?
I nominate Roger Avi for chairman.
Are there any further nominations for chairman of the board for 2016? I have to call for this 3 times, so are there any further nominations for chair? Any further nominations at this time? Okay, with there being no further nominations for the chairman, I'll declare the nomination portion closed and ask for a motion, please.
Make a motion to nominate Roger Avi for the office of chairman.
Thank you. All those in favor of Supervisor Avi as chairman for the Board of Supervisors for 2016, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No, it's a 5-vote vote. Congratulations. So at this time, we will now open the floor for nominations for Vice Chair of the Board of Supervisors for 2016. Are there any nominations?
I nominate Randy Fletcher for the office of Vice Chairman.
Okay. Are there any further nominations at this time? I have to call again for 3 times for nominations for Vice Chair. Any further nominations for vice chair? Okay, there being none, I will close the floor for nominations for vice chair and ask for a motion.
I move that the unanimous ballot be cast for Supervisor Fletcher as Vice Chairman of the Board of Supervisors for 2016.
Second that.
All right. Okay, all those in favor of the motion to appoint Supervisor Fletcher as Vice Chairman of the Board for 2016, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries for a 5-0 unanimously. At this time, we will conclude the nominations for officers and turn the gavel over to Chairman Walker.
Thank you, Don. Before we do the consent agenda, can we move the special presentation by the city of Marysville up first and do that first?
Yes, ma'am.
Through the chair, that doesn't keep you boys from sticking around and watching the process.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations on your appointment. You, Randy, your appointment. It's a pleasure to appear before you today for a distinguished presentation to a distinguished group of men and women that work for the distinguished county of Yuba, and that's the Public Works Department. As you well know, we've been trying for many, many years to get the Riverfront Park, Beckworth Riverfront Park, and boat landing usable. But finally, we're there. It is dredged out. I shouldn't say dredge, it's self-removal. That's a better word. Dredge is our words everybody. But without the help of the Public Works Department, Mike Dean, as well as Kevin Mellon's cooperation, it would never have happened. And I think that's a classic example of what the private sector, public sector program can do to help the citizens of Yuba County. Private sector include the PUP-A in Sacramento, who furnish the excavator, and also include our good friends in Nordic who volunteered 2 excavators plus the staff to run them. Yuba County put the staff down, put the dam up, it just goes on and on. All the work was done on this dredging project in a 2-stage operation. It's there. We've got a grant application in now for $500,000 to complete the project, to build docks, et cetera, et cetera. And I would remind the Board of Supervisors that this is a regional park. And your contributions to making that regional park available to our citizens is commendable. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to my colleague, Councilman Pettigo, and he'll make the presentation to Mr. Mike Bilby, excuse me, and we'll get that taken care of. I think Mike's in the audience. Again, thank you very much for your cooperation and support. Chris?
I really appreciate the Public Works Department of the county. This is a very important project that was near and dear to my heart and to my colleagues. And so from the city of Marysville, in recognition of your generosity, hard work, and support of the Beckworth Riverfront Park Dredging Project, the city of Marysville appreciates everything the Yuba County Public Works Department employees did to make the dredging project a success. And I really appreciate all of the hard work.
And with that, we'll move on to our consent agenda. Anybody have anything they want to pull from the agenda?
An agenda?
Before we vote, are there any comments or questions from the public?
Chairman Avi, I do have 2 public comment cards on this item. The first is Karen Liggett.
Which item are we talking about?
Oh, I'm sorry. We have 2 public comment cards on item, or 3 rather, on items C1 and 2.
Karen Leggett, and I'm here on this subject because I want to make our Yuba Center area safe from drug problems and crime, and especially keep our children safe. In today's paper, it said drug agent wife appear in court in Butte County. So if our police are corrupt and not having it for medical reasons, why are somebody selling their pot? It's supposed to be for the medicine. So we need to make our streets safe for our children as well as our travelers that come through town, and to make us safe. So, and especially you guys. So I would like to go ahead and remind you guys, this happens. And they are not for medicine. They're lying to you. So that's where we need to make sure our streets are safe. If we have an officer that is selling drugs in another state, then what are they doing here? They're giving it to our children. So please stop them. Thank you.
Thank you. Also, I would like to make a comment. If you find yourself unable to respectfully listen to what someone else is saying, then I would ask you to please excuse yourself and remove yourself from the room. I mean, the same respect that you would require and ask of anybody while you're speaking, I would demand and require that you provide to anyone else. And if you're not able to do that, then I would ask you to leave. All right? And so if we have any other cards?
I do. Charnel James.
Morning, Chairman, Vice Chairman, board members. My name is Charnel James. I'm an attorney located in Marysville, and I come to speak to you today in particular about the initiatives that qualify for the special election. As you're aware, the election code in Yuba County, when there's enough signatures provided, also gives you the option to just adopt the ordinance that was so strongly supported. And I ask you to take that into consideration today. The urgency ordinance that was passed for last year provided a number of problems, not only for the patients within the county, but the county itself in costs and expenses, and the board of supervisors. It has expanded and created opportunities for corrupt police officers and corrupt other personnel in different departments to tempted in order to participate in things that they shouldn't be participating in. While we don't have anything proven for sure at this point, everything's still speculative, I would ask that this board be open-minded to the things that can be able to be accomplished in this county if they work together. There's a strong support to have a regulation in place that allows for medical marijuana patients in order to cultivate. The state has already put into place and will become fully effective in 2018 regulations for very large outdoor grows, up to an acre canopy and 4 acre canopies. This county has the ability to be the front runners and the leaders in providing a forum and providing a venue where these growers can be able to legitimately grow, have the state licenses, and have the county benefit from the tax benefit that's going to come from these licenses and these regulations. While the initiatives that are being presented to you, both the dispensary initiative and the grow initiative, are our first step, I would urge you to look even further and even deeper into mimicking or copying that which the state has already started. This initiative will pass, whether you have it as a special election, a general election, or you adopt it as a board. The best way to reach out your hand and to become partners with the community is to take the opportunity to exercise your discretion and adopt the resolution now, so that the growers in this county, for the patients, are able to grow this season. If not, then we would ask you to consider to put some type of measure in place that will allow growers to grow on a temporary basis until this passes. We have faith in our Board of Supervisors. We believe that you can hear what the very large number of patients and patient advocates in this area are asking for. And we hope that you will exercise that today. Thank you.
I'll just read this. This is from the BOS, the Board of Supervisors. I imagine all of you supervisors are patting yourself on the back for shutting down outdoor medical marijuana growing in Yuba County. Unfortunately, your very own from Net 5 took your ordinance to a new level and viewed it as an opportunity to capitalize and enrich themselves. I don't know if you saw this coming or even plan to help yourselves with some of the spoils. You spent and wasted almost $1 million of Yuba County funds to set up Net 5 as the exclusive marijuana growers in Yuba County. And how could your own code enforcement officers not know this was happening? Really, who should we believe in the middle of all of this? The answer is no one. Attorney General Camilla Harris has been contacted and asked to rest the investigation into Net 5 and Yuba County code enforcement. There's no such thing as one bad apple. You are all bad apples for Yuba County, acting in a complete arbitrary and capricious manner to deny medical marijuana patients access to their medicine. No dispensaries. Anyway, I hope you all wind up in state prison. And me and the group that I'm affiliated with are not going to stop until this state is clean and Yuba County can once again be a forward-thinking county dedicated to its citizens and not just a feeding ground for the chosen few.
Is there anyone else who wants to speak on any of the consent items?
Yes.
If you would come forward and state your name, but not necessarily your address, but where you live.
Good morning, bear with me, it's about 1 p.m. Okay, great, thank you. My name is Carmel Garcia, and I am a member of the Union State of California under the jurisdiction of Sutter County. I am here today to speak on behalf of my friends and family who reside here in Union County. Just first off, why the lot of you, you being your attorney, why the lot of you are not in prison right now for violating these people's trust in you and the oath that you took to the Constitution is beyond me. I hope that you guys are all going to do something about it. Anyways, let's begin. Let's start on the right track, okay? Because you guys did take an oath, you did swear. So let's start on the right track. You have to know who's boss here, okay? Preamble. As amended and enforced November 4th, 2008. We, the people, it shouldn't should not say state, but I'm going to say it anyways here just for the sake. We, the people of the state of California, grateful to Almighty God for our freedom in order to secure and perpetuate its blessings to establish this Constitution. Article 1, Declaration Rights. I'm going to read 1 and 2 only, and then I'm going to go on. All people are by nature free and independent and have inalienable rights. Among these are enjoying and defending life and liberty, acquiring, possessing, and protecting property, and pursuing and obtaining safety, happiness, and privacy. 2, Andy, please listen. Every person may freely speak, write, and publish his or her sentiments on any subject, being responsible for the abuse of this right. A law may not restrain or abridge liberty or speech or press. You, the people, you, as a board, have allowed the Sheriff's Department to run amok, terrorizing the citizens of Yuba County for a victimless crime. We, the people, here today, demand that the 14th Amendment, our Constitution, our right to equal protection under the law, be upheld by this board in this county, in Yuba, in the Union State of California. Your actions have perpetuated the prohibition of cannabis use, sales, and cultivation, and cannabis activism has led to wrongful incarcerations. I should know, in May of 2011, I was wrongfully incarcerated. Theft of citizens' property, in some cases kidnapping, crimes against nature, and sexual assault, all in order to unconstitutionally investigate, arrest, prosecute, incarcerate, and monitor the good citizens of Yuba County for cannabis-related charges. I'm going to say this in Latin once, and then after that I'm going to say it in English, just so I want you to repeat it for everybody. En maleficio ratificabatio mandato comparatur. He who ratifies a bad action is considered as having ordered it themselves. Supervisor Vasquez, you have violated Section 2, abuse of speech. You allowed this outrageous letter to circulate. If anybody wants to give me their 3 minutes, I'd be happy to take their 3 minutes. I got a few more time.
Got mine.
Right. To allow this letter to circulate amongst your constituents, the people who voted for you. It says it was supported by you because it says down here paid by Andy Vasquez.
Excuse me, ma'am. You're not able to use someone else's time.
Yes, she is.
Yes, she is.
You're not able to use someone
We
else's
are
time.
people.
So you need to wrap
I
up
got
your
something to say to you people, and I'm not even interrupt right now. You guys have been so out of line, you don't even care what the people say. It's time you let the people speak, and quit interrupting them. You guys have been out of line.
That's right. Listen to us.
Let them speak.
I cannot tell you.
We're tired of you guys. You guys are doing criminal actions.
Time you got the cheese out of your head.
You guys don't want to
Freedom
know.
monsters in our society because you guys are criminal politicians.
So I don't know how it is how you supported this letter. How you were going to follow through on this letter and making people know who signed this petition and making them be marijuana supporters. I don't see how you were going to do this, and I would like to know how it is that you were going to follow through on this.
The chairman has recessed this meeting,
I can speak loud if you want me to.
but you're not being recorded. The meeting is in recess.
We're here, they're here, you're here.
Then take a break.
Run away from the issue again.
This letter calls it.
Run away from the issue again. This is an open meeting. What is wrong with you people? This is an open meeting. That's right. Bring in your cops. Because that's the only way you can deal with it, is a bunch of crooked cops. What's that? You almost have to pay admission. You should charge.
Yeah, you got your Bible, that's fine, because I believe in God. But you know what? Those of you who don't, you really need to stand on this and keep their feet on it. They swore on this, and they swore to uphold it. They're bringing in the feds here. The feds have no business here. They're armed breaches to the District of Columbia and Washington, D.C. only. They are committing treason upon you, the Constitution, and my rights. And if you don't take a stand, they're going to keep doing what they're doing.
Thank you, Carmel. It's about to go on here, too. We know you guys are here. Figure it out.
And we will figure it out. It will come out. You are. You have to read the Bible more. You know, and go to the Old Testament. That'll tell you exactly what God says. I'm probably going to get arrested.
We
You know, the big
turn this thing upside down.
These people are not allowed to speak. They're violating the house of ground law. You should be arrested. Have people to the outside of the hall. You don't have officer.
Hey, if you want to get the board back here, tell them Buck Weckman wants to speak. You're a dick.
Can I buy your house when you move?
Why'd you get run out of Alaska, Buck?
Every night because you're soulless human being. I healed myself of cancer using marijuana. Thank you for taking my rights away from me by the voters of California, asshole. I will say nothing more to you, but you are an asshole for taking my picture. I need you back the voters of California, man. I don't give a can't sleep. I don't get awake every night with me. I can't sleep. Marijuana use my insomnia. Yeah, I know you don't care. Great, you don't care. You're all fogies that don't even belong in this current time. The new is in, the old is out. Look at the criminal on the shirt right there. If these guys get payoff spot, kick back. Criminal prick.
Go read your Brown Act book. Go read your whatever little handbook you got.
Deputy Heath to bring some order.
Oh, he sure is.
More work for me.
If he's trying to say he didn't know, he needs to step his ass down here. We don't need somebody who doesn't know what's going on.
You're disgracing the Constitution, Buck. Anti-freedom. Anti-American black men.
You can put your knowledge of medical marijuana on the head of a pin, Buck Weckman.
Hey guys, I understand how a lot of you are upset. Believe me, I'm got a lot of skin in the game here. I've had, personal violations of not only myself, my family rights with death threats and everything else, which I'm going to get into today. But But this is out of order and we're not going to get any place. Yeah, I understand how everyone feels, but I would hope that we all take a 10 or 15 minute recess, jump up and down, kick the concrete, whatever you want to do. Let's come back in here with a little bit of order. I think everyone needs to be heard on at least from my side, I hope. And I would ask that of everyone. They, being the Board of Supervisors, are obviously not going to come out and deal with what they're going to deem a hostile situation. So, with that said, with what they deem a hostile situation.
Rick, they're not willing to let us be heard when they cut somebody off in an open meeting. You can.
I will go back and talk to them, but in all reasonableness, let's be heard, I think, and they're not going to hear us. And I drove out of the mountains just like some of others of us, and I sure, I'll think of a better word, I sure want to be heard. So let's take a break, and let's come back, and good point, John. I will take that, the reasons. Thank
I can't wait till they open the investigation. People got skin on that one too. Got a hot light.
Well, Mr. Bodden, what do you think?